Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to the channel today. Something a bit special for you, but first up, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please think about doing that, and while you're there, if you do like the content on this channel after viewing today's clip, give it a thumbs up. So first up, we're going to do today is a valve check on this one, so I think that's pretty important to check these out, see how it goes in that thing. The bike's done roughly about 1100 kilometres, so I think it's about time to have a bit of a look there. And number two, while I'm at it, today postman just dropped off this new front sprocket, so I'll be out there in the next few days after I fit this sprocket, try it in the big hilly areas what I know of, in one special area where I haven't been before, see how this new sprocket performs under those conditions. So apart from that, we'll get into it now. I'll check these valves out, and like I said, we'll see how things go. And once again, if you like the content, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and we'll catch up with you later. And compared to the 650 Interceptor, which I did a few months back, so I'll put a link into the description section there, and if you want to see what it's like to do one on an Interceptor, I'd say it'd be a lot more involved than this, so that'd be something for you to have a look at. Bigger motor, twin cylinder, 8 valves, a bit more, but as far as we go, first thing we want to start with the dead coal motor. These are the tools I'll be using here at the moment. What we're going to be removing will be 6mm here, 10 in there, just remove both caps. Then after that, when you get at the crank, you'll be in there with I think it'll be a 17. That'll be the first two you'll whip out of the way. Then you'll swing down to the rocker cover caps, and they're going to be 8mm sockets. So you'll take 2 off, top and bottom, inlet and exhaust. Last but not least, you'll pull the spark plug, and that'll be a 17mm socket to get that one out. So that's about it. So guys, we'll remove the 6mm cap first. One out of the way, swing over to the 10. Swing that one out. There's no ring there. We'll hold that. Next we'll pull the plug. And that's a 17mm. Get that out. Okay, plugs out. Okay guys, just remove the intake cover. Be a gasket underneath, so make sure we don't lose that. Screws back in. And I'll just pull this one out. A little bit of oil in that one. Just set it down here on the ground. Today I'll be getting my assistant coming here, Juliet, to get onto that ratchet drive there. We've got the 17mm socket into the crank there. She'll be turning that anti-clockwise, and we're going to be looking for the firing order there first, and then she'll be looking for the T for top dead center, and I'll be zooming in on the marks there just to show you which one we require before we get up there. Give those little tappets there a bit of a wiggle once we get to top dead center, and once we hit that point you'll be able to just get those tappets, give them a little bit of a shake just to know everything's fine in that line. But also with that plug out, you'd be able to just poke a little bit of a that little sample stick I've got there, and you'll also notice the piston's just sitting right at the top of the motor. So we will move up onto it now, and we're looking for a firing order first. and then top dead centre. And we've got a little marker on the inside of the case. Just point to the marker there, Julie, and just show them where the marker is.
There's a marker there. Yeah. That's the firing there.
See what? You can point to that little outside.
See, there's that one there, and then this is the F.
Ah, very good, Juliet. Now swing her into top dead centre. So, can you?
So that's the marker there, and you're in that point there now.
So can you swing it slow to top dead centre? Okay, Juliet's going for the firing order first, and you'll see an F on the outside of it, and she's got the little pointer. So she'll just go slowly when it swings around and comes in, and she'll stop at the firing. And then straight after that, probably only a quarter of an inch away, will be top dead centre. And that's where we stop. Then we'll pull the 17mm socket out, just to make sure it doesn't move after that. Now you tell me when you hit the thing, Julie, and I'll zoom in.
Okay, that's the fast one now. It springs fast. That's F.
Alright.
So can you see F?
We'll zoom in and have a look at there. So we'll see how this camera goes. You got the pointer on it? Alright, just see if we can get focused. Okay, now go for the top dead centre.
That's where your groove is.
Yeah.
And
okay,
then,
you've got it, reckon, top dead centre now?
yeah, I think that's T.
Yep. And
T.
T onto the thing. I would say close enough to me. Okay, Juliet, that'll be your job done, and I'll just zoom back out of here, and I think work completed on that one. And what I'll do now, I'll go over and I'll do a little bit of a valve wiggle, and then we'll just have a look at the piston there sitting on top of the spark plug. So when we look at the spark plug hole, the piston will be sitting right up near the top. It's a quick way to tell that we're on top dead centre without touching anything on the motor. So once you check the other side, you've hit the TDC mark, just come over here, open your caps, give it a shake. Your inlet and exhaust valve nice and loose. You check your spark plug. If you check the plug hole, there's your piston right at the top. Are you ready now to just check them out now and just see what your clearance is like now in the tappets? Okay guys, while we're at it, we might as well talk valve clearances. So on the exhaust side, we are talking 007, and on the inlet side we're talking 004. So thought we'd just take a quick clip of that one. I'm going to do the inlet valve first. You can see I've got the right area, nice and loose. Probably hear it rattling. Got a lock nut on top. This is a little knob thing here you'll be undoing there to screw down to get the gap, which will be slid down in there, which at the moment is a very tight fit. So I'm going to loosen her up, then retighten it to the correct tension. I'll just use this spanner. Like so. And the other one to wind the back. Bring this guy down here. So it's in there now. So it's just dragging back and forth there. I'll see if I can get the camera in a bit closer. I'll use that one to tension it. This one here tightens the lock nut. It must be pretty close. I can feel it dragging well across it now. You can feel it just like your fingernails are going over sandpaper. So I think I might class that one as pretty well done. Yeah, that's, so if you can see that there, you can see it, feel it grabbing. It's not just sliding through, it's actually grabbing. I think that feels good. Yeah, you can feel it sort of like your fingernails are like grabbing on the unit as you pull it through. So I'm happy with that one. So that's a 004 on the inlet. So we'll class that one as done. So once again, when you have a close look at it, with this particular tool here, this 9mm nut or socket grabs hold of the nut and loosens it. This particular piece here, 3mm, comes in and grabs a square drive and loosens it or tightens it. Depends on what you have to do at first. Naturally loosen it, and then you apply pressure down onto it, onto this square drive, and it comes down and applies pressure onto the tappet piece area there and tightens it down. Then you bring this back down, so like so. You were there, first off, pull the handle back, get the nut. You're locked onto the nut now. Pull it either forward or up or down to loosen or tighten. Then you bring this nut, the handle around, and it locks into the little 3mm hex or the square drive on top, and that will be either left or right to tighten or loosen. So that's it. I got this on eBay for about, I think it was about $12. So that appears to be alright. But apart from that, I like the drag on this now, so I think it's pretty good, that one. So I'll class that one as done. Just a quick update, guys. Took the bike out for a bit of a run around the same stretch what I always do. I thought maybe after the adjustment I might have been able to get a little bit quicker speed out of it, but unfortunately still topped out at around about 102 kilometres an hour, so I don't think you're going to get much faster out of this bike, to be honest, in stock form. So 102, 103, that's about it, or that's about it for this bike with 1100 kilometres on the clock. And I think the only way you'll get any more power out of this one will be maybe going for a sports exhaust or something into that effect, and then you go to ECUs and crap like that. So I come to the conclusion now that's about it. You know, say 100 k's top on one of these bikes, and the smaller sprocket, where I'm going to concentrate now on the hill climber side of things, because I've got the bigger bikes here with the 650s, 500 or something, to give me a bit more power out on the road rather than pushing this one to its limit. The main thing is it runs really well at 80 kilometres an hour, so that's my goal to be able to do. So onto the sprocket change next, and then back into the hill. But at this stage, even though with the valve adjustment, I thought maybe I might be able to go there and plug 110, but wasn't the case. 102, that was about it. Took it for a fair run on that stretch, and couldn't get any better than that, and party's over. So as I said, 100's the max for this bike, or somebody else might strike something a bit better, but that's it for me. So catch you later.